Okay, so I'm gonna treat this like a live. So if there's any mistakes, forgive me. I'm Sherry McCarthy of the Creative Mermaids, and this is actually my more personal diary, what I originally envisioned Books, Boats, and Babes to be, but it turns out that creative living is going to be it. Creative and vibrant living. But the main thing is that this is really raw. It's me talking, it's me documenting the trip. It's me documenting less the trip of actual sailing around the world, or however far we get, or at least so far in the Caribbean, but much more about me building my business. And I realized that there's not everyone likes to go back and talk about it afterwards, and this is kind of what I've been really hesitating and pulling myself on. I've been doing the same thing. I've been going with, there's nothing to say yet, there's nothing to say yet, there's nothing to say yet, when really there's lots to say. There's, I tried this and it failed, or I tried this and it worked and then it failed afterwards, like I couldn't keep this momentum going. So there's lots to say, actually. And also, one thing I really want to bring up is I'm coming out of the oil closet. Oh, that's right, I was in the oily closet. And this is me coming fully out, saying I kind of feel tired and like crap a lot of days. My energy is either really super high. I have to admit, it's not as bad as when I was pretty much fueling myself on lattes, which has a lot of milk, which for me causes a lot of swelling and whatnot. I still want my lattes. Don't take away my lattes, but just trying to focus a little bit more on things that don't inflame my joints and make me cranky and give me food spikes. That's the one thing I want to look at this year. And this is actually really hard for me because I love food and I believe in food. And I also believe you shouldn't give me crap about what I do and don't eat, or what my body do or does not look like. So this is really a tight walk to walk, because on one hand I'm like, I look fabulous no matter what. And I don't care what you say. You don't think I look fabulous? F off. You don't have to think I look fabulous. I think all bodies are fabulous, and it's hard enough to enjoy yourself without someone else coming on and being like, you're crap. On the other hand, I'm like, but I'm pushing 40 and I've had 2 children and my ligaments got really destroyed with my second baby, and basically 4 years almost of back-to-back breastfeeding or pregnant or hormones or something. So my body's taking abuse, and it's also telling me, Sherry, you can't keep doing this to me. So I'm not. Anyways, the long story short is that what I really want to do with these things is to start documenting creative and vibrant living. I have been talked over to the oil side. Doterra is something that I've been thinking about trying for a very long time, and a person I really respect, and my previous mentor, and someone who's helped me immensely with a lot of my emotional healing. After my relationship with the father of my children almost fell apart, and after my brother died really kind of suddenly, just one of those situations where you thought he was out of the woods and then he wasn't. And so that was really hard, as you can imagine. And it was like the end of 2016 and the whole of 2017 was one of the hardest years of my life. And at the same time, this is where I got the messy middle from the Creative Mermaids, which is the whole caterpillar. And I live on a boat. This is what's going on here, guys, like this whole rocking and everything else. But yes, so, and then this is basically what happened was I learned about the messy middle, which is that I really had thought motherhood had kicked my ass, and I was really wanting to kind of climb back out and bring back my creativity again. And I was like, okay, universe, I'm ready for the year of me. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring my youngest into daycare, which is German Kita, and I'm ready. And what happened was universe was like, you think you're ready, but we gotta make sure you're ready. And I laugh, because if you do not laugh, you cry, because the next year was full of so much challenges. But you know what, I really learned about that whole butterfly phenomena, and that is, you cannot go from a caterpillar to a butterfly without going through the cocoon phase, which is what I call the messy middle of just being dissolved goo. And this dissolved goo is not easy, and it's not supposed to be easy, guys. It's supposed to bring you down to your knees. And this is one thing that we don't talk about nearly enough, which is this part where you're dissolved and on your knees, and you think it means you can't go any further, that you've been through the ringer, that it doesn't get any worse than this, that there's nothing else you could do, like you are pretty much, that's it, it's in pain, just tapping out. You can go deeper, it can become much worse, your bones will dissolve. But when you really got to that puddle, when you really honestly can't go any deeper, that's when you start realizing so many truths about how strong you really are, about what is really important in your life, about where your loyalties lie, and also how you're treating yourself and why things have happened to you the way they have happened. And even the shitty things that you really just want to rage against and take no responsibility for whatsoever, because you're like, I didn't do it, this person's a horrible, mean person. You kind of still go, you know what, this person can deal with their own shit, but I've got my own forgiveness I need to do in order for me to heal. That doesn't mean let this person back in my life. This doesn't mean that I'm a weak person. This doesn't mean any of these things. What it means is that for me to move on, for this to become a, shall we say, go from an open, cancerous, oozing surgery that needs to be done to get the cancer out into something healthy and pure and that you can eventually stitch up and will heal, you kind of need to go through it. And that's just it. You need to be cut open. You need to get all that bad part cut out, and then you'll be stitched back together, and it's going to be so sore and so tender. It's going to hurt almost as much before, if not more. But then the healing starts. And same with that butterfly. You know, he didn't become a butterfly without first dissolving. That caterpillar had to be so terrified. I got itchy nose. That caterpillar had to be so terrified. And so for me right now, I feel like I've really made immense changes, and I've come really forward in my life. I'm so proud of my business. The Creative Mermaids has really gotten off. I wish I was making more money. I definitely do. It's not making nearly as much money as I would like. But in terms of where it's going and the things I've set up and how much I've done with it in the past year, and especially during such a challenging year, it'll be a year old, I think, somewhere in the middle of April. And this is now the middle of March. So one more month and I'll have a 1-year-old baby business. Yay! Creative Mermaids. But, and this is the big thing, is that there's other things that are suffering at the moment. I'm not eating right, first off. I'm really not eating right, and I don't even mean like, I'm only eating chocolate. I mean, I'm just eating pasta and a little bit of veg, and I'm feeling crap and I can feel it. And I'm using chocolate to fuel me again, and that's what happened last time. I don't want to go back there. Again, this is not about a weight thing, it's not about a look thing, it's definitely about a feeling thing. I don't mean I feel crappy because, I feel puffy. I mean, I feel crappy because my joints are aching, and I'm too young to feel like that. So, yeah, this is also where Creative and Vibrant Living came in, and actually bringing in doTERRA oils, and more importantly, there's supplements as well. I'm definitely starting in on the oils, but I realized that all these supplements I can take that are actually pure, can we say that? Because that's the other thing, you know, you read all these things and I'm like, I don't even know what I can trust and what I can't trust. I know I'm gonna just pay the extra money and go with doTERRA. And then since I was paying the extra money anyway, and the woman that was helping me do so much healing is actually a doTERRA health advocate, she asked me if I wanted to join her too. And I had to think about it, because I was like, is this going to dilute Creative Mermaids? I'm not so sure. You know, on the one hand, I definitely want to buy from you, but do I actually want to be a seller and a builder too? And then I realized that actually this could be the missing link for me. I need something that's location independent. You know, I live in a boat. I sail around the world. At least I've sailed from Europe to here, or at least I was a passenger. I don't actually sail. But you know, this is my life for the foreseeable future. Even when it's not my life, I want it to continue to be my life. I don't want, I've never been someone who's lived in one place. You know, from the time I was 19, I've been constantly on the move, taking jobs in different countries. Germany was the longest I stayed anywhere, and that was because I'd fallen so madly in love that the thought of leaving hurt more than the thought of staying. And he liked to travel too, which really helped. You know, he was also a motorcycle traveler, and we got to do a lot of traveling together, so that really helped me stay. But now I'm like, okay, so, and I realized that this doTERRA thing, this might actually help me. This might be what my missing link. This might be the products, the supplement, my coaching. This might be for myself the way to actually start taking really good care of myself, and using the oils and the supplements to get back into a place where I don't feel so creaky and cranky all the time. Creaky body, cranky mood. And supplementing this with yoga, which I really miss. I really miss yoga. I used to go to yoga all the time in Berlin, and it was really this place that helped bring me into my body and soul again, and connecting and reconnecting to me, who I was, who wasn't just a mom. So that's the long story short. This is my intro. This is where Creative Environment Living is starting. I'm coming out of the oil closet. It's been in there for 3 weeks now. I actually think this is a month. Today might be my month. So why not announce to the world during my month that I am officially a doTERRA builder. Whether you want to buy products, fantastic. You know, there's my link. Buy through me. Or if you want to be a builder yourself, come on. We've got some great things. And that's took me a long time to be able to say anything like that. Like, I can offer you things that are great. And that's why Creative Mermaids sometimes takes a while to get going. But actually in this case, I'm like, no, doTERRA is fantastic. And my leader is fantastic, and she got the kinship, and you can come in and you can be part of our group, and she shares some of her powerful healing with you, and she'll help you dig, and I'll help you dig, because anyone who joins under me will also get my creativity monthly coaching on full scholarship, which is what she's offering me, was her full scholarship. And it's just a fantastic way of doing things, and I really like that, because we know that we need to buy pure things. We don't want the harmful chemicals and our cleaning products around our kids. And we know that we want to have oils that are pure and not, you know, mostly chemical crap, but the cost is so high sometimes. And even with Doterra, you know, you need to pay for quality. It's just the way it goes, and I know that, and that's why I'm willing to pay it. At the same time, the fact that she was willing to offer me full scholarship to come on be one of her builders, and I got my oils and this great healing, this was fantastic for me. And then I realized that actually this could be such a fantastic resource also for writers to come on with me and be like, you know what, start taking care of yourself, take the supplements, use the oils, have some kind of writing rituals with them, and then you can be, if you decide to be a builder, you can get full scholarship with me. My coaching, my Voxer creative coaching, the creativity for healing and whatnot, it's all there for you if you want to be one of my builders. And if you decide not to be one of the builders, you just want to use wholesale, you still get the creativity coaching that I gift, or you can use it for gifting for someone else, or you can have partial scholarships. All these things are there for you, and that I'm building, and that I'm really excited about, and I want to share with people, and I really want to do this, and this is something that's kind of exciting for me. So this is me going hello, Creative and Vibrant Living, Doterra Oils, Sherry McCarthy, Creative Mermaids, and yeah, if you're interested, you know, message me, sherry@creativemermaids.com. I'll put in the links and everything as whatnot in my YouTube channel, and this is going to be a journey. I've just started it, so even if you're not really interested in this particular part of the journey, maybe you're interested in the health aspect, or maybe you're interested in just the whole building a business aspect, I really hope you follow along. I think it's going to be exciting and fun, and I'm planning on making it really raw. Creative Mermaids is raw, you know, it's that middle point, it's the first draft, it's just getting it out. You know, you want to make it shiny and polished, there's a place for that, but I'm the messy middle girl. I'm the raw part. I have got 2 small children. I don't have time to spend 6 hours on editing videos for you, but I can do this kind of rambling thing, kind of like a tea time and coffee time. I still love my coffee, and just some rattling and some talking and getting some information and advice to each other, and from there we work it out. Yeah, so I hope you follow along. I'm really bad at endings. I hate goodbyes. This is me hiding in the corner of my boat. Yeah, until next time, I'm going to make this at least kind of sort of weekly, and I'll share with you as I go. Bye.